Hello, sweet souls. My name is Beth, and I'm a healer, intuit, alchemist, yoga teacher, all the things. I'm arriving here at this video 10-11 years down the line of my healing journey. It's taken me a long time to be open about my kind of healing gifts, what I have to offer. It's been a long road, but I just wanted to kind of briefly talk about what I have to offer and like where it came from. Where do we begin? Let's begin with my dark night of the soul. The initial catalyst for my spiritual awakening was I can't remember what year it was, but it was nearly 10 years ago. I was 24, 23, I'm 33 soon, so yeah, 24, travelling the world with my boyfriend, now husband, and father of my children. I just finished university. I really wanted to like save the world, get a job at the UN and do all these things. That was my like goal. And I was in Guatemala and I met this girl called Naue. She changed her name. She was Natalie, now she's Naue Wilder. I can link you to her because she's like amazing and offers amazing healing services. I highly recommend her. But basically I met her at this hostel in Guatemala, the most amazing place ever, which inspired my dream, which has not yet happened, but I can talk about that another time. Anyway, I met this girl called Natalie, and she didn't do anything particularly. She was just the way she was, like her presence, her energy. She was like kind of like a unicorn. Like I was just kind of watching her like, who is this weird girl? She was just like dancing about and she just emanated like love, and she was just, I don't know how to explain it. She was just like magic kind of. And yeah, like I did have conversations with her and they resonated with me. But she was kind of like doing her own thing, like she was kind of like really free-spirited. And she, in passing, recommended I read a book called The Power of Now. I'm sure loads of you have heard of The Power of Now, most people have read it. But because she said it at the time and I was quite intrigued by her, I like downloaded it straight away, and then I went off on my own and read it. I literally read it in like a day. Like it's something in my soul was like yearning for that knowledge so hard. And yeah, it was kind of overwhelming though. Like the truth of it really hit me. Obviously I was ready, the teacher comes when the student is ready, right? So I was ready, but also I was not ready, because you see, like when you download or come to conclusions of truth or acknowledge truth that is hard to accept, it can cause a dark night of the soul, which is what happened to me. So I read it. It made me question everything about myself. I'd never even kind of separated the thoughts from who I was before. And I had quite a traumatic childhood, so it all was very new to me, separating myself from my thoughts and so on and so forth. And what happened was my body reacted to it. So I felt a deep desire to move away from where I was. So I was at this beautiful hostel, everyone's having fun and partying and blah blah blah, and I have this dark night of the soul after reading The Power of Now, and I plunge into kind of like an existential crisis. I'm like, who am I? Who is this world? What is going on? I question everything I've ever learned, ever known. And so I decided to get on a bus to Mexico. I get on a bus to Mexico by myself, and then I find this like shitty little dark room. I don't I don't know why I stayed there, because like after my dark night to soul, I literally like left this room and there was so many more nicer places to stay at, but I don't know, it was like a reflection of where I was at. And I get into this weird room and I am sick. I am vomiting, I am diarrhea, I've got like sweats. It was horrendous. Like I had to call Joe after day 5, my boyfriend, because I wanted to be on my own, so I left him. He stayed at the hostel and I rang him on day 5 because I literally thought I was gonna die. That's no joke, I was dying. It felt like it was a huge purge, and that's what can happen. And not all dark nights of the souls are so extreme than that, and that was my most extreme dark night soul. I had many dark nights of the soul since then, but that was the most intense dark night of the soul I've had, and it was the first one. Makes sense. After that it's been more gradual, but anyway, that was about 8-9 years ago. Recently I had a Kundalini experience. I have had a Kundalini experience before, but this was the most intense one I've had. So a lot has happened in between, which I can talk about another time, but this is just a brief kind of time scale, you know, whatever, overview. So there was a dark night of the soul 8-9 years ago, and I had a Kundalini awakening about a week ago. So yeah, I've had 2 babies, not had much time to myself since that period. 4 years of having babies. I spend some time on my own, meditate, and all of a sudden I'm channeled to invoke goddess energy. So I invoked the energy of Sekhmet, Hathor and Isis, goddesses, Egyptian goddesses. Again, I can talk about them in more detail in another video, but I'm meditating, I'm lying down, meditating, and then all of a sudden my body is like moving by itself, completely by itself. I even had my eyes closed throughout most of it, because it felt right, but my body was moving by itself for about 3 hours, no joke. And it wasn't just like movement, it was like dance, it was like martial arts, it was like intense. I was like tapping my body like this, and fucking God knows what else. Like I look like crazy person. That has happened to me before, but usually on like psychedelics that's happened to me, but never just randomly. Like when I've meditated in the past, I've like made movements, but nothing like that. I was like all over the place. God knows what it was, but Kundalini kind of sums it up, what happens. And anyway, this Kundalini experience has encouraged me to share my offerings and my healing and my journey with others, hence why I'm doing this video, and talk about my offerings, what I can offer you and how I can help you in your healing journey. And remember that you are the medicine, but healers are just guiding you to yourself because you have all the answers, right? And I'm just here to guide you to that. So an overview, movement, I'm going to offer yoga videos. I'm actually like not as good as yoga as I used to be because I've had babies and I'm not as flexible as I used to be, but movement is such a great way of getting trauma and emotional release, open your chakra, energy centers, balance, you know, all that. Movement is medicine. EFT tapping, I can do Reiki, energy healing. I can do this distantly, so I can do this over Facebook, like Zoom or whatever people use these days, you know, online. So yeah, just get in touch with me, and if you're guided or if you feel aligned with my energy, feel free to reach out and or just subscribe, and you know, you can Sorry, I got distracted by some birds outside. If you made it this far, well done. So yeah, just subscribe. I'm gonna talk to you about random shit, and yeah, reach out if you feel like I have something to offer you. Okay, thank you. Lots of love.